EA Sports coverage of the National League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football. Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go, Charlie. This is Jimmy Horn Jr. out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie here, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. Not much there, maybe a yard.
A.J. Terrell on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Young. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard's very good there. Ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And 9 yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to bring this back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that third down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start, not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back the other way.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Panthers 0.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Horn now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense. They head out to take over for their next possession. They are obviously still smarting from that pick six a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
from the 29. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. 3rd down coming up.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and getting there in a hurry just ends up being a wasted down.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the... We saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Now Young. Going up top. That is hard. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. A big play for the Panthers. 56 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves in the zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's Young. Good blocking, and he's in. Bryce Young, touchdown, Panthers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. Not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked. Down, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons come out and they are led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. 33 yards.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he's able to fight through one tackle here, pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Brings up second down.
toss left side for Robinson. He'll be taken down about the 33-yard line. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Penix on third down. He'll try to run for it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
19 yards. First down, Atlanta.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught.
Automatic first down.
The defense still are that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. They run over center with Robinson. And this one blown up. Good serve and drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Coming up, third and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Well, the snap, a corner one, and it's blocked.
Mike, it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that leads to this blocked kick. So if this operation doesn't get cleaner, this is something we're going to have to keep an eye on the rest of the game.
The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. And they're able to bounce back with that touchdown on the last drive, making up for the brutal start with a pick 6 on their first possession. Look at play action with Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection. So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Tedero McMillan was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down. Slot man going to move in motion left. down. He'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick six earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
On fourth down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the Falcons offense back onto the field. For their next possession, their lead is just a point as they begin it. Drive with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Nick Scruton there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. The run here for Robinson. And he's going to pick up the 1st down across midfield and down at the 49.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st down, Falcons.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. I'm one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Atlanta. Penix now off the bootleg. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
To Tegan Quattoriano. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here is Penn, the intended receiver out of the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think gets that ball to his check, but I think room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just coordinators, you just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball at completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time is good. And the Falcons extend their lead to 10-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Horn now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more.
28-yard line.
Tremble comes in motion. Get this drive started, it's Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Here comes Hubbard on a toss to the right. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
Hubbard on the tackle. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Young. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Falcons with the early lead. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2, as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to... You never want on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. A throw on the move is caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson, and he searches for a gain of about 5. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll go again with Robinson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Penix. That's caught. Ray
down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 13
First catch
yards.
for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
That'll be caught by Hudson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Receivers do off the line. The defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
A 33-yard attempt.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Panthers 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Horn now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. First down is Young. That one complete to Leggett. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
There's a handoff to Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
It's going to be third. They need one. Now a handoff to the tight end in the running game. That's going to be pretty close. Look at first glad he had it in.
Panthers first down.
And when you've got that big body in the backfield, I mean, why not give him a chance to use that size to pick up first down? I mean, you're not looking for a home run. You're not looking for a touchdown. Just get north and south and keep this drive.
A give up middle. It's Hubbard. Defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a...
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defense. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back to go down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw is Young. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Young to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line.
2 yards. Carolina
32 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. The motion man here is Mitchell. Dowdle. And he's going to go backward. Taken down at the 6.
4-yard loss on the play.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard.
Young's pass. Complete to Chuba Hubbard. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Here's Young. And that is incomplete.
Young's pass. Intended for
Teams practice
Xavier
these
Legette.
situations all week
Incomplete.
long, Mike. Down here in the
It's now
tight red
4th
zone,
down
you find
and
yourself
goal.
inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's a turnover on down.
Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And they're going to hear it from this crowd as they start 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte. After this, here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
17 yards
First
on
down,
that play.
Atlanta.
It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the 1st half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
They get 24 on that one. First down, Atlanta.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 46-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Here's Penix. Throw across his body is complete. And they're into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26-yard line.
And a Falcon first down.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Penix to the right. That's Pitts. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
9-yard pickup.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
On is Koo for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is a... The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. From the gun. It's Young. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
The Panthers will take their first timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here's second and 2. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's taken in by McMillan. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up here, first and 10. To throw is Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Panthers will cut into that lead. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They'll start this one with a three tight end look. A give, and here comes Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right in the scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
On third down, Penix. Out to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
15. First down, Atlanta.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let it loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Complete to number 5. Drake London, gain of 6. And it's third down.
Third down and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He takes off.
Michael Penix on the scrambling. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Falcons.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. First set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
That's hot. Left side. It's complete. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And a Falcon first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he's in! Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Here's Coop for the extra point.
The
kick is good. And the Falcons will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Panthers 9.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Waste of time.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Here's the pistol snap to Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He'll try to run for it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Into the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
Back to the sideline and intercepted.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, like all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. The three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, here is Penix. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. You're going to go play action with Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup. Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Right side, catch made by McLeod. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and Quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. They'll throw. It's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. On is Koo for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Falcons are able to extend the lead.
34, Panthers 9.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's a Carolina first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no...
And he will get into the end zone! McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. It's up and through. Panthers Panthers are able to edge a bit closer.
Panthers 16.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Agnew on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Throwing is Penix. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end. Third down and 9. To throw is Penix. Open man, left side. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Atlanta.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Atlanta.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Another run here for Robinson. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Winning 1st and 2nd down, Mike, is the key to efficient defense. Hold them to 1, then they hold them to nothing. Now they can unleash the pass rush on 3rd and long. Advantage defense.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out. And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2.
Defense. Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Give left side. Here comes Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Throw across his body is complete, and they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm, being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Darnell Mooney, touchdown Falcons. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Coop for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Panthers 16.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Horn now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
Switch. Crunch.
Here's Young. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. Chuba Hubbard, the man he was looking for.
2nd and 10.
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the course. Instead of throwing, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
That's good.
It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight, they continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On second down, Young. He finds McMillan downfield, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Young. Open man is Horn. It's complete. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
A second down throw for Young. To set up the screen here to Hubbard. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking them down for a loss.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. Now Young. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll go again with Robinson. Robinson, a first down, and more. 20, 15, and he will score again. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
On is Koo for the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons will add 1 more onto their big lead.
16.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and receiver Teteroa McMillan set again. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And the Panthers.
You know, we spend a lot of time praising the running backs, and deservingly so. But oftentimes, it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
On first down is Young. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete. They nearly connected onto that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
2nd and 11. To throw is Young. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Jalen Walker getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw, Young. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. It's an incompletion.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
Well, maybe he's counting a little bit, Mike, on this defense being in pass mode, and maybe you can catch him off guard with the run call. In this case, the defense was ready for all of it. They hold them to no gain. They're going to have to bring out the punt team.
Bradley
So on
Pinion
4th down,
in punt
the
formation.
Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Now it's Horn. And he'll be brought down. Short
Jimmy
return.
Horn Jr.
And
on
they'll
return.
take over
The
there.
Panthers take over
The
first
Panthers
and 10
offense and
at
receiver
their own
Teneroa
46-yard
McMillan
line.
set to take over once again. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Young to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the receiver, Horn. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Slot man in motion right. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.